All right, what is happening, you guys? This is Garrett Fankhauser here. Today, December 15th, is actually my birthday. So I am here with you guys, trying to give you guys as much value as possible on my birthday because I am working for a few hours before we go out and do some other fun stuff. So check this out. Many of you guys are dealing with very common problems. There's a lot of things that I hear from you guys on a regular basis that are very similar. Some of these are you are working a 9 to 5. You're working to get out of this 9 to 5, right? You would like to do the FFL business full time. Maybe you're a serial coder, maybe you're a gunsmith, maybe you want to expand your shop and grow that into something where you can both sell online while you sleep, as well as maybe get more foot traffic in the door, that type of stuff. Maybe you have a range and you're looking to grow that and expand that. But many of you guys are running into the same problems. And I could sit here and I could name 15 or 20 of these different problems. But what I find is that most of this stuff all kind of circles back and comes to the same issues. And these issues are around not having the proper marketing system set up to grow your business in a predictable fashion, right? So what I mean by that is that if we were to have a predictable system to grow our business by, we could use this system and we would know that, like, we could run the math. We would know what to expect for this month and next month and the month after, regardless of what happens politically, or laws or anything like that, right? So the beauty of having an online marketing system that is predictable, this means that you know what you can expect. Okay, so what I'm going to walk you guys through briefly today is going to be a bird's eye view, a high level overview of the systems that we use to take FFL dealers like you guys, gunsmiths, serial coders, all that kind of stuff, to take you guys and get you from 5, 10, 20K months to 40, 60, 80, 100K plus months. Okay, so it's actually going to most likely be a lot more simple than most of you guys realize. Many of you guys think that there's like this secret formula and things like that. It's funny when I talk to some people, they're kind of expecting this crazy, these crazy things like magic, right? This magic bullet. And it's not like that. Really what it is most people are skipping the basics, right? So if we go back and we focus on some of the most basic principles out there for marketing, whether it's in this niche or it's in any other niche, most people are skipping the basics. They're chasing the shiny stuff, right? They're not doing the things on a regular basis that get people, 1, to your website, 2, to close on the website, 3, to come shop with you more and more after that first purchase, right? So some of these basics I'm going to cover again as a brief overview, but this is going to be the 3 key things that we do in our operating system that set us apart and completely dominate the market with anybody that we've worked with. Okay, so to get started, let's think about this logically, right? The easiest ROI, so the easiest return on investment, is going to be to get people that know who you are. Maybe they live close to you. Maybe they've shopped with you before. Maybe their friends and family have shopped with you. Maybe they've driven by your store or your property or whatever it is. Those are going to be the easiest people to get to buy from you because many people like to buy local. Many people like to, shop with people that maybe they've worked with before or something like that, right? So that's where we start. When we start on a project and we work with a client, the first place that we start is in the local SEO realm. So what this means is using Google, Yahoo, Bing, Yelp, all of these different channels, right? Optimizing those systems to improve the way that you guys show up in your local marketing. The goal behind this, of course, is to get, if you have some type of foot traffic situation, is to get people to walk in your door, put hands on all this stuff, chat with you, then you can upsell them and things like that. But this is not just for brick and mortar. We got guys that are doing 60, 80, 100K a month that don't have a brick and mortar store. So a lot of people are actually dominating the market just by having the online marketing system in place that makes this work properly. So again, we start locally, right? That's the best place to build it and get people in the door or get people on the website immediately, right? So 3 things, right? Social media is what you guys are going to be doing on the side, right? Local, right? We're going to focus on that local area. The second thing that we do is we either build or we rebuild your website, okay? Or a website, whatever it is, right? The goal here is to have something that is easy for people to find what they're looking for, easy for people to then add in anything else like upsells, cross sells, things like that, right? So basically we want to, if we picture this like a brick and mortar store, we want people to walk in, we want them to find what they're looking for. They want them to add other things to that. We want them to have a very nice, quick, easy experience, get what they need, and then leave, right? If you think about Amazon does not try to keep you on their website for hours and hours and hours. In fact, they do the opposite. Amazon wants you to go to their website on your phone and hit buy now, throw something in the cart, buy it now, and then leave, right? That is the value of a good shopping experience. People are pressed for time, and people that are pressed for time are going to be your better buyers. And let me explain that. So if somebody has 12 hours a day to sit online and research guns and things like that, where they're going to save like $5, like, yeah, of course you still want their business, but there's no reason for somebody to do that. It's just so much time and effort. They're generally not the people that are going to be buying anything expensive, because people that don't have time don't care about price. They want quality. They want a good experience. They want to get in and out, right? So that's where we want to focus our efforts, is on those type of people. They're going to be the best customers that you will have, okay? All right, so going back to the 3, right? We have local SEO, which we optimize immediately to get you an immediate ROI, right? Then we rebuild or build a brand new website for you. And that is where we get people in, we sell them something, we get them out, we capture their information so that you're able to remarket to them. And just something on the side to cover, generally what we do is, for most clients, we will have systems set up where they will feed distributor inventory through the website so that they are not having to carry $60,000 worth of inventory, $80,000 worth of inventory, right? Most clients we work with maybe have like 10 or 20K worth of inventory, but their website will have thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of inventory that they could sell and drop ship, or have it shipped to the store and have somebody local come pick it up, right? Cool. So we have those 2 covered. If you guys have any questions, please put it in this video, because I know there's most likely going to be some questions that you guys will have on this stuff. Put it in the comments on this video. Right now, in the filming of this, I am not reading comments. So if you're saying hi or whatever, like I can't. This is just focused on getting you guys this valuable information, okay? So we got the 2. The third one, the last one, what we do is then we take that website and we optimize it for national SEO, right? So you have your local SEO, and then you have your national, which is going to be the bigger spheres around that, right? That's going to be your county. That's going to be your state. That's going to be the states next to you. That's going to be the states 10 states away, 20 states away, whatever, right? That's going to be, you're in Florida and you're selling something to somebody in Nevada. The goal behind that is to really focus on high ROI keywords, okay? And what that means is many of you guys will sell a lot of accessories and things like that, guns, accessories. But in my opinion, right? Some of you might disagree, but in my opinion, if it were me, I would much rather sell one Knight's Armament, one LWRC, one Triarch, one, whatever it is, name any top tier brand, one Q Honey Badger, versus selling 2 high points, right? So the goal behind that is to optimize for keywords that are not local, okay? And that means that it's like not gun store near me. We've already done that, right? In the first part, we've optimized for like firearms near me, ammo near me, gun shops, shooting range, right? That type of stuff where people can find you locally and they can just drive to get you. But the national part of this is going to be showing up for those high ROI keywords that are more focused on just generating heavy traffic based on what people are already searching for. You guys know that we can't run ads, right? For the most part, you can't like run a Google ad or a Facebook ad that says, come buy guns at my gun shop, right? Or come to our shooting range or whatever it is, right? So the next best thing that we found after doing this for, I've been in the firearms industry for over a decade doing marketing, and then doing this as a service for you guys for the last couple of years. We found that the best way to generate money, cash, customers, however you want to put it, the best way to help you guys meet these goals is going to be through you guys learning the social media tips and tricks. And that's what the guides are for. I also have a private portal that I'm going to be offering to select people that work with us, which is going to have some very advanced social media strategies, stuff that I'm not going to be sharing in the group. It's not going to be on YouTube. But the SEO, right? You can't run the ads. You have the social media stuff. And then SEO is really going to be that system that your crops are growing while you're sleeping, right? You have people that are visiting your store at night or while you're at your 9-to-5 job or whatever, and they're shopping with you, they're purchasing, and your distributors are drop shipping it to the FFL of their choice, or they're drop shipping it to you, you're shipping it to you so that these local people or whatever can come pick it up, right? So I think that that's really kind of the whole, that's really what I wanted to share was really those 3 things. Like most people are trying to figure out like what TikTok thing should I do? What should I do for my YouTube channel or whatever? That's all super, super important. But what you guys are missing out on, if that's you, if you find yourself doing that, you guys are missing out on the very basics of how all of this works. I want to buy a gun, right? I want to buy a P365X, right? I go to Google and I type in P365X for sale. That's how I'm going to buy the gun, right? Maybe I go to Gunbroker or whatever, but generally what happens is people just type it in and then Gunbroker shows up because it shows up really well. If you guys are within those top search results, you are more than likely going to start getting some of the traffic from those search results, right? The more traffic you get, if we again go back to thinking of this as a brick and mortar store, imagine that you had 5,000 people every month go to your website. Okay, so this is not apples to apples, right? Because more people do window shopping online than they do walking into a store. There's a lot bigger of a commitment for somebody to drive and walk into your store. So it's not 100% apples to apples. But if we think about this way, if you have 500 or 5,000 people visit your website every month, you can expect that some of those people should eventually start to buy from you, right? So the goal is to get as many people as possible, play the numbers, do the math, improve the conversion rate of the website, so much so that it creates a predictable system. You can say for every 500 people that visit our website, I know that on average, we make $20,000. That is a predictable system that you can then start leveraging other opportunities off of. If you know that you need to get a loan to build an indoor shooting range, you can say, cool, every 500 people that visit our website, we make 20K, okay? So if we want to make 60K, we need to get 1,500 to visit our website, right? It makes the math super easy because you know what you can expect on average, right? These are all averages, right? But this is why it's so important to build a system that is very predictable so that you can leverage other opportunities off of that. If you need to know, okay, cool, hunting season's coming up, I'm going to purchase some ammo, and I'm going to purchase a couple hunting rifles, maybe some optics, maybe some slings, maybe some hunting blinds, whatever it is, right? If you know on average exactly what to expect that you're going to make that month, the month before, the month after, you can then easily do the math on how much you should order, how long ahead, how far ahead you should order, what type of gear you should order, what things that you can do now to optimize for next month and things like that. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. Again, this isn't like a training, but this is something that many of you guys have asked or that I come across. And I wanted to let you guys know how we generally solve some of these huge problems that you guys are dealing with, as far as like being stuck at that 9 to 5 and just dreading going to work every Monday, having a business and not even being able to take a paycheck from it because your profits and your margins are so low, and you're just struggling, fighting with these bigger businesses, and you're focused on like, what can I do on my social media? What can I post? How often should I post? What should I do? Right? This is the system that we've found that delivers the absolute best results and creates a predictable system for dealers just like you guys. Okay, cool. So I have to get going, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Looks like there's been like 5 or 6 of you guys the whole time. Super appreciate you guys. If you have any questions on this or anything that we do, or if any of you guys would like to chat with me personally about how we might be able to apply this system to help you achieve these exact results, shoot me a DM, drop a message in the comments, or whatever you need to do to get in touch with me, and I'd be happy to chat with you. If it's something that I can't help you with, I will totally let you know. I will recommend you work with somebody else or another type of system or whatever. Like, I'm not afraid to help you no matter what it is, even if it's not working with us. That's just the way it is. Cool. All right, guys, have an awesome day. It's Thursday. Have an awesome weekend if I don't get to chat with any of you guys until then. But I appreciate y'all for being here. Take care. Bye.